Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Way of the Totem Knight Monk build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a mod that was made by Elobal here, and the Way of the Totem Knight is basically a nature-focused monk. We get 3 attacks, however, I wouldn't say that this is actually as overpowered as the open hand monk. What's nice about this too is you get to pick an animal and it's going to give you specific spells and different abilities that can enhance our character. So we're going to start off as the monk here, and for our stats, I would recommend going with 10 strength, 16 dexterity, 14 constitution, 16 intelligence, and 10 charisma. Although you can also use a strength potion to really enhance the amount of damage that you're going to do. It's not required for this build, but it is an option if you'd like it. Now, what we're going to end up doing for armor is I'll cover that all at the end of this video, as well as combat, as there's some armor pieces that actually enhance this class quite a bit. Level 2, we just get the regular usual bonus action abilities for the monk, but at level 3, this is when we get to choose the Way of the Totem Knight. So you get a choice of a cantrip, and this is actually cool because you get Mage Hand, which is pretty useful. Shillelagh or Shillelagh is also nice because you can use a torch at the start of the game, enhance it with this, and it's going to deal more damage than any other melee weapon that you could get. And then also Thorn Whip is nice because you can pull creatures closer to you. Mage Hand does have a lot of utility because you can throw potions with it, so we're going to go with that. And for our spell that we get to level 1, Long Strider is really effective because you can increase your overall movement speed, and a monk benefits from that. Also, Enhanced Leap can be really nice too because this triples your jump distance and gives you some really long range jumping. And for our totem mark, you get to choose an animal heart. Now, there's quite a few of them. I'll just kind of briefly go over them. So each of them give you different advantages and force damage on your attacks with the mark. And then you also get an attack like the Strike with the Bear, which will heal all nearby allies. And then you get the Resistance, Cure Wounds, Warding Bond, Mass Healing Word, and Death Ward. With the Boar, you get the Strike like a Boar. You become larger and stronger with this attack. You also get Blade Ward, Bark Skin, Protection from Energy, and Stone Skin. With the Deer, this will your target vanishes from sight with this. And then you also get Resistance, Misty Step, Haste, and Dimension Door, which are actually very strong abilities here. The Dragon gives us this attack that does Psychic and Thunder damage. And we also get the Mark of the Dragon. And then we get the Shatter, Fear, and Staggering Smite spells. With the Eagle, we get the ability to become immune to mental and emotional effects. We get Guidance, and we also get the Aid, Bless, Remove Curse, and Freedom of Movement spells. The Snake gives us the Strike like a Snake, makes the target unable to cast spells. We get Guidance, Fairy Fire, Detect Thoughts, Hypnotic Pattern, and Confusion. With the Tiger, we get the ability to make the target only attack us. They become compelled. It's basically compelled dueled in an attack. You get Blade Ward, as well as Spiritual Weapon, Spirit Guardians, and Guardian of Faith. And with the Wolf, this gives us the target lowers its guard against all attacks. And we get True Strike, which sucks, Hunter's Mark, See Invisibility, Counterspell, and Greater Invisibility. The best choice is actually the Deer, because that gives us Haste and Misty Step, which are 2 extremely useful spells. And going with the Tiger, because the Tiger gives us Spirit Guardians and Spiritual Weapon, as well as Guardian of Faith, which are all very powerful. And it gives us Compelled Duel, which is really nice, because we can get a pretty decent armor class here. So we're gonna go with the Tiger here, just the most offensive, I guess, and defensive version of this. At level 4, we just get the Slow Fall, and we get a choice of a feat here. I would recommend boosting up your dexterity to 18 at this point. It's just going to help out with your overall survivability. At level 5, we get the extra attack and the Stunning Strikes, which can stun the target, which makes them useless, so definitely use those. At level 6, we get the Key Empowered Strikes, which overcomes resistances to physical damage. And we get Tandem Totem. You can spend 2 key points to cast a spell as a bonus action instead of an action, which is actually really strong. Now we get to choose a spell here with Magical Weapon, Enhanced Ability, Pass Without Trace, gives us that +10 to Stealth, and Moonbeam. This is entirely up to you, but we're going to go with Moonbeam here. There's nothing really essential here that we get. And at level 7, we get the Stillness of Mind, which Stillness of Mind removes your Charmed and Frightened. And we get Evasion, which lets us dodge out of the way it spells. Whenever we take half damage on a successful dexterity saving throw, we take no damage, and only half damage when we fail, so just full out taking less spell damage. At level 8, we get ourselves another feat. I think it's best to go with Ability Score Improvement at this point. And also Tavern Brawler has a lot of merit. You could have went with the 15 Constitution here, although we're going to use a Constitution Amulet. Now this will double the Strength modifier on our attacks, which is actually quite huge on our punches. At level 9, we get the Advanced Unarmed Movement. Also, only take Tavern Brawler if you're going to use a Strength Potion, which are in pretty common supply. You can buy 3 of them from Auntie Ethel and just farm a bunch of them. You can also buy them in Act 3, or you can use like a Cheater's Ring to get them. I know a lot of people use Cheater's Ring when they're using modded classes, so that's another option as well. You don't have to use Tavern Brawler, you can just take another Dexterity improvement. At level 10, we get improved Unarmed Movement, which increases to 6 meters when we're not wearing armor, and we become immune to poison, which is nice. At level 11 here, though, this is a nice power spike. We get the subclass feature Improved Extra Attack. giving us a third attack. That's huge. Although, again, it's not as strong as the open hand monk, I don't believe. Now, level 11 here, we get a level 3 spell. So you got like Feign Death, which puts an ally in a protective coma. We also get Elemental Weapon, which can be fun, and Speak with the Dead, which you can get easily elsewhere. So Elemental Weapon or Feign Death. Again, not something we're going to be using quite frequently. At level 12, we can go with an ability score improvement to max dexterity. If you've already done that, the alert feat is good, or you can also improve your overall wisdom if you'd like. Now, what this ends up looking like, as far as gear options go, pretty much we got what we got. So the Scabby Pugilist Circlet will give us an additional 2 damage when surrounded by 2 or more foes, which can be good for increasing the overall punch damage that we got. Cloak of Protection for an additional armor class is also nice, but we can also go with, for the helmets here, if you got the Mask of Soul Perception, this increases our attack rolls, initiative, and perception checks, which can be really effective. So you could also go with that, and even like the like Steel Watcher helmet to prevent you from, I guess we don't have medium armor proficiencies, so that doesn't work. So yeah, Scabby Pugilist Charm can work very well here. Cloak of Protection for that better armor class. And the Vest of Soul Rejuvenation gives you health whenever you succeed a saving throw, and you can make unarmed strikes against attackers that miss us with attacks, which is actually pretty strong. And we also get the Evasive Shoes and the Gloves of Soul Catching. And we want to use a Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength. So pop one of these. This will give you the increased strength, which will give us a nice boost to our overall damage, taking our strength up to 27. And also get the Evasive Shoes and the Gloves of Soul Catching gives us the extra 1d10 of force damage under attacks. I also went with the Amulet of Greater Health for better overall survivability, giving us 135 health. And for our rings, we can go with the Ring of Protection, which will give us a +1 armor class, and the Killer Sweetheart, which gives us a free critical hit. Now for our weapons, we can go with just like unarmed, because our punches are typically going to be the most effective damage option, with a Flurry of Blows doing upwards of 68 damage, which is very effective. And then whenever we apply our Mark of the Tiger, this is going to further enhance our overall damage, so that'll give us another 1d8 on top of that, which can give us upwards of like 90 damage per attack. Pretty strong. And then we have all the normal abilities. I like to have Spirit Guardians up and Spiritual Weapon too. So yeah, we got level 3 spells for 2 free Spirit Guardians, so we definitely want to use those whenever possible, and use our key points for our Flurry of Blows. So what this ends up looking like in actual combat. So to start things off, we want to have the Mark of the Tiger up. This is going to give us that nice boost to our damage for that extra 1d8, and you get advantage on attack rolls and strength and constitution saving throws. So then that puts our Flurry of Blows upward to 84 damage, and the force damage is really nice. So what we want to be doing with this is we got the ability to use bonus action spells as well. But we want to pop up our Spirit Guardians here first. I like the radiant damage version of it, so going with that there, and then getting ourselves into our trouble. So we're just going to go ahead here and punch somebody. You can also use this Strike like the Tiger, which is going to give us the it's going to give us an ability to make them only attack us. I'm doing this solo, so that obviously impacts things, but getting ourselves into a fight here, we have rolled a high initiative, and then we can run up, drop our Spirit Guardians, and burn them away. And that Spirit Guardians is nice, just for a variety of reasons, but the punching abilities are nice. So we got ourselves 3 attacks, so we can just go ahead with just a regular old punch, 99% hit chance, and I'm going to roll the crit here. That'll probably take them out. Perfect. And then we can go up. We have 3 attacks. And then we have bonus action attack, and we deal damage with our Spirit Guardians, which is really nice. That wasn't enough to finish them off. This hopefully will be nice. And then, as a treat, we also got bonus action spells, so we can use Tandem Totem to give ourselves a spell, which not very effective. We also get our bonus action punch, and we also get the Soul Snare healing, so that's really nice too. So we're just gonna go with the Flurry of Blows. This will hopefully take them out, and it did. That's what we wanted. So we're in a prime position here just to end our turn, let them run at us. And we just had a big explosion of radiant damage around us, which is perfect. And we're in a pretty dire situation here, but nothing our punching can't solve. So that was nice. That took them out in one foul swoop. So we just want to go around, hopefully take this target out. That got rid of that. Perfect. We got a few of them hiding back there, so I need to draw them out, because unfortunately I can't make my way over there. But we still got ourselves an extra attack, so we'll go over here and give ourselves another punch. And the Spirit Guardians is really effective. We also got that Soul Snare heal, which just gives us a flat 10 healing, which is always nice. But then we'll just follow it up with some more punching. That's what anyone would do in this situation. Unfortunately, we can't reach back to these targets, so we do have to use like a range attack at this time, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So let's go with our range attacks. We use up our final action there, and that's that for that. So I guess now we got ourselves a little bit of a predicament because we can't reach back there, unfortunately, but we can drop a spiritual weapon. We also got illithid abilities. If you got those, it's probably our best overall choice for damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down the maul. That's typically the best choice for this, and we'll just put it behind their enemy lines. And then what we're going to do is run our way back this way so that we draw them towards us. And we got a lot of movement speed, which makes us perfect. They may just go for our spiritual weapon, but that's okay. Yeah, they are just going for spiritual weapon. Dumb AI. On Tactician, sometimes they do make weird choices. Not sure why he's using a snaring strike on that. But hopefully they'll come after us. Spiritual weapon is also a nice distraction. As you can see, it's distracting them. They're still kind of moving their way here, which is fine. Perfect. We got two more that we can go after, and then yeah, I guess they got that, so that's fine. We'll make our way back now and just get straight back into punching things. So we should have probably not enough movement speed, unfortunately, but we also got the long stride. I should have put that on outside of combat. That is my bad. I forgot to use that. Spirit Guardians once again with the win. Yeah, I can't actually make my way over there to hit them, but we do have like the Step of the Wind dash, which can enhance our overall movement speed as a bonus action, which is pretty nice. So that is how we're going to make our way over to punch them, and that's all we needed. The nice thing about having Spirit Guardians is it's going to do a bit of damage ahead of time for you. Now we got to make our ranged attacks off because I can't make my way over there, but again, our spiritual weapons doing a good job just drawing aggro. We broke their concentration. Our bow attacks are not strong, but they're just enough. So I guess, yeah, I still can't use arrows. It's a little weird, but we'll just continue to pepper them with our arrow attacks just to hopefully take down their health a little bit lower, and maybe they'll run or something like that will happen. Ideally, they would run into our Spirit Guardians just to finish them off without having to expend any resources. And he's a little bit too far, but we should be able to still hit him there. Yeah, exactly. And we get the soul snare healing again, so we'll go with that. We could use a bonus action spell. We bonus action dashed, so we'll let him run back after us, hit us with a volley, which is fine. I've charmed him. I probably shouldn't have done this because now he's going to attack the spiritual weapon. But we're going to try and take him out, but we can't get that close. Makes it interesting. Yeah, there we go. Got rid of our tank, and he's still going to run up towards us anyways. So you also got Moonbeam, which is nice. This will break our concentration on Spirit Guardians, but that's something that I'm willing to risk, and it didn't really work out too well. So we'll just move the Moonbeam and move it right beside it. So boom, he saved, only took 2 damage. Unfortunate. But we also got a bonus action, so what we can do is go ahead and drop another Moonbeam if we wanted to. But we can also just go ahead and drop Spiritual Weapon again, because it's, I mean, it's just going to be our it's good at pulling aggro there. I unfortunately hit it with our Moonbeam, so. Oh, nice, he finally took damage from it. And he's going to attack our Spiritual Weapon, of course. And that's fine, he's attacking us. Our Spiritual Weapon and Spirit Guardians, this is nice, because the Oath of the Crown Paladin also gets those abilities, which is coming with patch 8. So this is cool. It's like the monk version of that. So yeah, that is the Way of the Totem Knight Monk in Baldur's Gate 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.